of ZestFest 2013, and when it's high noon on Sunday, that means only one name, and that name is Eddie Deen. Let me tell you just a little bit about this man. I'm not going to tell you how good his ribs are. Do I need to? Anybody have any questions? Are they good? Are they not? We all know that, right? You know Mr. Deen from the years of running Smokies and the Smokehouse and the ranch and all that, and he's catered governors and presidents and foreign dignitaries, and he'll tell you all those stories. But he also, and I've learned this over the last few years, wants to feed the mind more than he wants to feed the stomach. And you're going to hear some wonderful philosophy and eat some pretty darn good ribs today, too. So how about a wonderful ZestFest welcome for the one and only Eddie Deen.
Hey, can you hear me? Am I live? You can hear me? Are y'all live? You're live? Everybody's alive? Today got to rock real fast here today. We're going to be serving ribs. We're going to, during the show, be bringing those ribs out to you. So you guys are part of the show. You cool with that? Part of the show a little bit is we got a backwards bicycle. You turn right, the wheel goes left. I'll try to be able to express that idea later. I don't have a lot of width here. I tried it twice yesterday, and I failed twice. But the crowd wasn't with me. You guys look more alive. Today we're going to do flat grill pizzas. These are my helpers. This is Edison. He's my 5-year-old. Say hi, Edison. No, hi, Edison. All right. This is Abigail. She's 10, 5th grader. Elijah, 3rd grader. He's 8 years old. We do this quite a bit at the house. You spread it out, this bread dough. Y'all see it? Y'all doing a good job? So they actually make the product at the house. One way is you can put the ingredients and bake it, or you can go outside and grill it, grill the bread. Is that pretty cool? All right. That's how we do it at the house. There's no rules. We don't look for any obedience or compliance at our house. Everything goes. It's all about having fun. Y'all cool with that? All right. Well, we're going to get started real quick. First, we got one screw loose. And these ribs are going out. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see those ribs? Y'all got it? It's got a beautiful color to it. It's a glaze. We're going to get those out to you right now. Who's ready? Now that's what I'm talking about.
Mr. Deen, One Screw Loose is over in booth 601, won a couple of Fiery Food Challenge awards on Friday night, and we sampled their wares from Mr. Deen yesterday morning, and they are wonderful. You're in for a treat from One Screw Loose.
We need napkins to go. Go ahead and take them. Take them. Here's One Screw Loose. It's coming down. What is it? Number 10. Rafter 75. It's a glaze. We're going to be sending these ribs down. Go ahead and come slice.
Doesn't that look awesome? Look at those big screens.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't you wish that was a rack that big for real? Good.
Yeah.
That's a serious cow.
You just got to slice.
Want me to slice them?
Yeah.
This is Rafter 7S. They're in booth 220. And they do glazes and jellies and jams and that sort of thing. And this is a very sweet rib. It's fantastic. Very sweet, very hot, too.
Those beautiful ribs. Beautiful ribs. So the first two, we got a little glaze on it. Can y'all see these pizza? Y'all see that? Yeah? Y'all see that? These guys here help make it at the house. Abby says she didn't help us make those, though. We got we're too honest up here. These got a little habanero in the tomato sauce. Kind of a pesto. The other one's going to be a pesta. Pesta pizza. Yeah, take these ribs. Let's move it.
This is Rafter 75.
Go ahead and get it down there.
All right, Joe, come over here to the other side. Let's start over here on this side.
Let her take it. You take it. Yeah. We're going to have some pizza coming now. Who wants some pizza? While I'm working, I want to tell my story. We're one of the largest off-premise caterers in the United States, maybe part of the world. We've catered over 85,000 people for President George W. Bush. We've done parties in Africa. I had to fly to London, Nairobi, Kenya, Africa, 800 miles east of South Africa, to an island called Mauritius. The actual customer, the ambassador at that time was a Democrat. You okay with that? There was a no out there. I mean, some people say I'm prejudiced. I'm not. This is a Ladybird hot sauce. Let me borrow some. We're going to put that on that pizza, flatbread grill. How you guys doing over here? Y'all fine? Y'all guys, you're done. You can't be done yet. You got to keep helping us. Just take that. Anybody. Edison said he's going to eat a little pizza here. We got a program that I work with inner city school kids. The group is called Man Up, and the girls is called Queens. I got Liasia up here helping us. You can't be done, Edison. This show has just started. You want to go home? What do you want to do?
So, Eddie, these are the Dennis BBQ. These are Riva Foods.
Dennis, this is Dennis here with his ribs. We're going to send Dennis out there to you guys. Y'all ready for Dennis? You can't be done. Oh, you got to keep rolling that pizza out. You got 1 hour here on the show. You got to help me. Edison announced the other day he was quitting school, even though he's not even in kindergarten yet. I said, well, it's your decision. You got to make up your own mind. I got some Italian. You're not Italian. Oh, man. This is garlic cayenne sauce. Greg, Greg, you got to send some more help up here. We got to have somebody grabbing this. Mark, come on. Come on. Anybody want to come grab this? There you go. Got somebody. Hey, Greg, send some help up. Scott, send some help up here. Pass out this food.
Yes, sir.
All I need is tourists. Any tourists down there? Whose ribs are these?
These are
Kodak? All right, Mark. All right. Can't be finished. Okay, got to keep working.
And let's remember our friends at Irving Cares, who are situated up here on stage right.
Put it down.
If you are sampling and enjoying the wares of Mr. Deen and all these wonderful vendors, do what you can to help our friends at Irving Cares, helping to stamp out hunger right here in Irving. Thank you. Making their way down the middle is Riva Foods. Dennis from Riva Foods handing out. This is key lime barbecue glaze. And I'm telling you, he said, well, when I finish down the middle, I'll just loop back around. And I said, you won't finish down the middle. And I think I'm right.
Hey, Mark, you got to come around. You got to come around.
Go ahead.
I see that. That looks beautiful. The program at Carter High School we got is called Man Up. And what we do is teach inner city school kids how to feel lovable. The objective is to teach children how to go back and change early childhood perception if those perceptions are any way negative.
So, Eddie, we got Rodax here.
Rodax, here he is, right here.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Go make a friend.
Rodax over in booth 111. This is the pepper sauce coated ribs. Might have a little bit of heat to them.
Can't be done. Can't be done. Y'all got to keep working. Y'all got to keep working. Yes, but you're live here on station. Okay, we got more pizza. We're gonna put some Rodak hot sauce on this. Mr. Rodak himself is out there taking his ribs out.
Here he comes. on the far side over there trying to sneak around.
All right, find somebody to pass out some pizza. Here
Yes,
you
sir.
go.
Oh, there we go.
Chris has got it. Chris is from the Man Up program. There's 70 kids in the program. It can be done.
Just to reiterate, everybody out here at the Celebrity Chef stage, Mr. Deen is using vendor products. He collected the products from our great vendors here at ZestFest, and as we go through, we'll remind you, you've got stuff from One Screw Loose over in booth 601, Rafter 7S and 220, from Riva Foods over in booth 325, from Rodax, who are right now getting your ribs at the head of the altar call line here in booth 111. That's what we've had so far. We've still got 7 more to go.
Anybody get any pizza yet? Raise your hand if you ain't got a pizza. Where y'all been? What are y'all doing? You know, what I believe is children are like a basketball when they're born. They got it full of bounce, they got it full of play, they got it full of roll, they got it full of personality. And one day, they end up in a kindergarten, and the teacher's got to get control over the child, you know, take some of the bounce out, the little play, the roll out. So they bring a little needle to let some of the spirit out, so they can get them obedient and compliant. Does that make sense? A needle.
In the
And
basketball.
then they go to first grade and second grade. So the biggest challenge as a father is make sure there's somebody in there, that somebody don't let all the air out of the basketball, so to bounce, roll, and play. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Everybody that's got one of these booths, and what I love about ZestFest is they got a lot of bounce, play, and roll in them. Every day they got to think. These guys here are helping me. Got Joe on the other hand with the red hair. Hold your hand up, Joe. Joe's got a product here that's coming. It's called Jerk. Is that ready yet?
It's right here.
It's right here. Who needs Joe's jerky ribs? Joe, go out to the back. Go to the back.
This is Flaming Joe's Caribbean-style jerk sauce in booth 317.
Go ahead and take these. Right here. Leasia here is in part of the Queen's group. Change your gloves. Just take them off and go. Leasia is part of the Queen's. And we got a reality TV show coming up where we meet with corporate event planners, and they plan bigger parties. And the objective is these kids is going to be help writing the theory how the event's going to unfold. The objective is to film the whole event. A lot of these kids, their lives are in projects. They live in situations that are sometimes not to a great advantage. What we figured out is a lot of these kids don't like to be told what to do, which personally I love that. I like these kids to orbit out of the system, to be thinking for themselves. And so a lot of times what happens, these kids orbit out of the system too far, and then they're on the pathway where the system has to go get them. Last 10 years I've been teaching in homeless shelters. What we figured out is around 3 or 4, 5, 6 years old, around that time, a child will perceive their power taken away. And so when you perceive your power taken away, you got a fear of not having power. And so you go back and look at the basketball where one of these children might have a teacher have a needle. What happens, the people that's going to prisons, who's going to eventually end up in a homeless shelter, it wasn't a needle, it was a knife. What we've been able to do is teach them how to go and heal that wound and re-air up their basketball. Is that cool or not? Does that make any sense or not? The way we did do that is this bicycle here. I asked a question. When did you perceive your power take away? There was 20 ladies on this side, 40 men on this side in the homeless shelter. Every story was the same age, it's around that 5, 6 years old. So I went and built a bicycle. When you turn right, the wheel goes left. The idea is you cannot ride this bicycle because you're programmed to ride the other bicycle. Am I making any sense? Does that make any sense? So the idea, I took the bicycle back to the shelter and offered everybody $500, $10,000. It didn't matter. Nobody could ride the bicycle because they're programmed to ride the other bicycle. What they realized is they were hardwired as a 5-year-old potentially go to prison. It was just an illusion of a 5-year-old, but they're 30 years old, they're 40 years old, they're 50 years old. So the objective is to teach them how to go back and find the inner essence, heal the wound, and blow up the basketball. That's what we do. We got primos. Edison here has got his pizza about done. He's still working on it. Y'all give Edison a big hand. Isn't this cool?
That's a great job.
There you go. That's a prize. No. Why? Edison said he wants to throw the next one.
Oh, boy.
Give me a tray over here. Huh? You can't be finished. Y'all got to keep rolling. Scott asked me a question last night about milk.
Yes, sir.
What's that question?
That I don't think I've ever been into a grocery store and bought a gallon of milk, Mr. Deen.
At the shelter, one of the first questions I ask is, have you ever bought milk in a grocery store? You have. I got improv up here. I got to stay focused on cutting pizza, getting all these ribs out, remembering all this stuff we've done so far. So, first question, the shelter is, have you ever bought milk in a grocery store? And of course, everybody says, yeah. And I say no. And so we get in an argument. Next question I'd ask them is, if the milk was sour, did you get what you wanted? And of course, they say no. And I say, are you going to the store to buy milk or the benefits of the milk? Well, they'll come back, well, obviously we're buying benefits, or otherwise we'd be happy with sour milk. So nobody ever comes to ZestFest looking for a product. They're looking for a benefit of product. So every one of these products here is going to take you on a vacation. Does that make any sense? So we put a little cayenne and sugar, we took you to Mexico, then we threw in Disney World right behind it. So the objective, you're coming here, we're setting a stage for you guys to have a great experience. Are you having a great experience yet? Are y'all ready for some more ribs? Let's go.
Eddie, we got Smoking Texas Gourmet, which is me.
All right.
So we got a good dry rub. You'll see a great bark on this. Eddie did a fantastic job cooking these things.
Fantastic. Smoking Texas Gourmet. That's Pete Millette up there, who's going to be on this very stage coming up at 2 p.m. today up there helping Mr. Deen. He's going to bring out his own ribs, flavored by Smoking Texas Gourmet and smoked by Eddie Deen.
We got Paul from Smokies is cutting brisket back here at our station. You want to be able to get back there. Also, the program at Man Up, what we do is sell barbecue sauce to help raise the funds. So if y'all buy a bottle of barbecue sauce and help us what we're doing at the inner city school kids, it really helps us out. We transport these kids all over. Yesterday, before I got here, I got a call.
Yes.
You know what they needed?
Food.
Shoes.
Oh, shoes.
I got 70 guys. That's 140 pairs of shoes, but only had 3 pairs of shoes yesterday. So you help me buy barbecue sauce at $5 a bottle. It helps me buy shoes.
Good.
Is that cool?
Money well spent.
You help me buy shoes, won't you? What? Yeah, you're fine. Keep pulling. Y'all got to keep pulling. You ready to make pizza? You ready for that one? Go ahead and start making it. Y'all guys make pizza right there. You got a pizza. Go ahead and use that. Y'all just use that piece right there.
Smoking Texas Gourmet in booth 609 and 610. Pete's furiously cutting up ribs up there. He'll bring them out to you in just 1 second.
Well, actually, they're already going out there.
Oh, they've already gone out.
Yeah.
You hired somebody. You got Dennis to take them out for you. My apologies.
How's those ribs?
Where are those ribs?
Y'all need more ribs?
There they go. Okay, they're over there. That's Smoking Texas Gourmet over on stage left.
Okay, we got Danielle.
Coming up next is going to be Danielle's.
Danielle, here's Danielle's. Over here, y'all holler.
Where's Danielle? Here we go.
Hey, Danielle.
Chiliaki. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. My Aunt Danielle is the one that created the recipe right out of her kitchen 22 years ago. And it just grew from there. Chiliaki is same smooth taste as regular teriyaki with just a little bit of a kick. Tastes great on salmon, ribs, anything.
Well, we're About to find out right now how good they taste on ribs. Danielle's in booth 301. Also a Fiery Food Challenge winner from Friday night. And those ribs are on their way out. Pete's cutting them up. Are those still Danielle's, Pete, or you moved on? Here we go. Dennis from Riva Foods going to bring out Danielle's ribs right now. Thank you, Dennis.
Y'all take turns. I got my guys here. Y'all got a camera on these guys making pizza? You got it? This is how we do it at the house. There's no rules. There's no obedience. There's no compliance. What I'm interested in is the artist unfold. One of these days, I need them behind the booth, selling their hot sauce or their barbecue sauce or their chipotle barbecue sauce, whatever it is, or pizzas. It's all about being an artist, being creative. Who needs some more pizza out there?
Oh.
So after I asked this question about the milk question, they say, yeah, we don't buy milk, we buy benefits of the milk. We don't buy milk, we buy the benefits. And I asked this question, I say, did you have a father? Well, I never met anybody in the shelter. They all had a father, but you know what the next question, did you get the benefits of a father? I've never had anybody at the shelter say, yeah, I got the benefits of a father. So I started seeing a huge pattern that's taking place, that too many children are born with a father, but not necessarily have the benefits of a father. At the inner city school, kids, 1 month I wrote a check to 200 kids, $40,000 in pay. You know how many fathers was actually interacting and engaged? One out of 200 kids. So on Father's Day, you'll see my text. It gets blowed up. So the idea, you don't buy milk in the grocery store, you buy the benefits of milk. Kids, what they need is the benefits of parents. They need the benefits of a teacher. They need the benefits of a coach. So the objective, go ahead. Wow, this guy, I don't know if y'all watching. Is this on camera? Camera, all right.
Whoa.
All right, fix this one. Y'all get that one ready. No, you gotta get sauce first. Who hadn't got a rib yet?
We got a whole mess right here.
Oh, we got more. Everybody's getting round two, Mr. Deen. Please don't forget, our friends up here at Irving Cares helping to do what they can to stamp out hunger right here in Irving. So if you can help us out, we'd appreciate it up here at the sampling station. Every little bit helps at Irving Cares, I promise you.
How we doing on ribs out there? You guys cool? Y'all ready for more?
So y'all want round two? Seconds? Thirds? All right.
Chisholm Trail.
Pindary's?
Yes, sir.
This is Pindary's Chisholm Trail.
Where'd they go?
Seasoning. There you are. Right over here. There we
Here
are.
she goes. Can you tell us a little bit about, let's see if I can find my way down here. A little bit about Chisholm Trail.
Sure. Chisholm Trail is one of our most popular grilling blends. It was based on a recipe by Grady Spears that he did on the Food Network channel a bunch of years ago. And we sell a lot of it.
Company, right?
And if you need one spice to do a brisket or ribs or anything, this is the one to do. And it's hard to select just one spice when you have two refrigerators with drawers full of spices, but which I do. But it's a great seasoning, and we have some samples of it up at our booth. We've put them on some chips, and you can sample them. And if you just want to taste some of the seasoning alone, I can come around and give you some of that taste without the ribs.
Pindary, you'll get a big hand.
That's Pindary's there in booth 311 and in
They're coming
410.
out.
This is the Chisholm Trail blend. You get a chance to taste those, and we've got Pindary's coming up next as well, a different blend.
Let's just do one rack.
Yeah, this is chili and lime.
Chili and lime, Pindary.
Chili and lime. Let me get down there again.
Just do one. We'll kill
Tell
it.
us about chili and lime.
Sure, the chili and lime was actually developed as a rimming salt for our new Bloody Mary mix. and it's really good on shrimp and fish and chicken, and a lot of the brisket marinades and so forth call for a citrus flavor. And Eddie Deen came by our booth yesterday, and he said that he wanted something that was very different. So I gave him the chili and lime, and it's the only thing that's on that brisket. And so I'm excited to see how it turns out. Thank you.
Thank you.
You see these pizzas? Can you get it? Got it? This is the creation of Edison, Elijah, and Abigail. Y'all give them a big hand.
Good job. Very good.
He wants me to say Edison twice. You got a lot of character in you. We're going to put those in the oven over here. 350 degrees. We through with ribs? All right, guys.
Here comes the second round of Penderi's ribs. This is the chili and lime flavor that you heard isn't made to go on ribs. Something different. Let's see what happens when you taste the chili and lime from Penderi's. Always thinking outside the box.
Take them off. A little bit more about the catering company. We've catered the last 5 gubernatorial inaugurations, catered over 85,000 people for President Bush. The first inauguration, we fed 14,000 people in 45 minutes. The second was 15,500 people in 38 minutes. The Rick Perry, we were guaranteed we feed everybody in 30 minutes. We fed 13,500 people in 29 minutes. I got a call at 11 o'clock on Labor Day weekend to feed 13,000 people at 7 o'clock. The Red Cross said, Eddie, we got this major problem. We got all these people coming out of the Superdome out of New Orleans. I said, did you want a hot meal or a cold meal? And they said, hot meal. These people really had a negative situation down there. I said, no problem. So that weekend we fed over 26,000 people at the Dallas Convention Center, and at the same time we had a crew going down to New Orleans. The objective in our company is that the only limitations we have is what we think about. What I figured out is whatever you think about, your brain has to create a neurological representation of whatever you think about. So if you think you can't do it, well, your brain has to create a neurological representation of everything you think about. The key is to have everybody on your team thinking that they can do something. With these guys here, there's 70 in this group. Like at Dallas Cattle Barons, we'll have everybody out there and they'll be coming working. One thing I cannot handle, if you're working for me, you come up and say, Mr. Deen, what do I do next? You think anything would kill me is somebody constantly say, what do I do next, what do I do next, what do I do next? What I loved about the immigrant is when they come across the border, the first question they ask is one question. Here's right here. What should I do next? What should I do next? What I realized, these kids don't like to be told what to do, so they really don't like to be told what to do next. So I knew there was something in them that they could figure out what I should do next. So the program is about, my job is to set the stage for you guys to have a great experience. Have you had a great experience so far? Okay, that's what we do. We set the stage, and that's what we teach these kids, how to set the stage for the guests to have a great experience. There is no experience at ZestFest. All the experience is totally constructed by the inner essence, the inner being, the owner of your brain. That's how life works. There's no experience at Cowboy Stadium, even when the Cowboys are playing. All the experience is totally constructed by the fans. The job of the players and all the cheerleaders and everything else that goes on is to set the stage for the customer to construct the experiences. So these people at ZestFest has these vendors, what they think about all the time is what should I do next to set the stage for you guys to have another experience or a better experience or different experiences. So every year you come back, I always see more products being presented by ZestFest. Does that make any sense to anybody? Is that cool? Anyway, Edison, Eli, Abby, Leasia, this is Chris back here. We really enjoyed y'all coming to our presentation. $5 for barbecue sauce, and what it does is help these kids. We put these kids on the road to do good things. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. How about a big hand for Mr. Eddie Deen? Thank you, Mr. Deen. And don't stray far. We're just
Thank you so much.
10-15 minutes away from Chef Enam Chowdhury here at the Celebrity Chef stage from Fajita Pita. That's going to go down in about 15 minutes, so be ready. We continue to roll along at ZestFest.